Hello, today I am going to tell you about the speaking section in Ielts. What are the different types of questions and how many time you need to you take about it. So let's get begin. Let's begin. It's a speaking module. In the speaking module, there are three different parts. In first part, you need to talk about questions relating to your personal information, it may be asked about flower, gift, as well as your hometown. It's just an introductory part, and it's also known as a warm-up section. In When you reach the examiner, then they start to judge you by different category, like what about your fluency and coherence, and lexical issues, as well as they check your grammatical range and accuracy, as well as pronunciation. Let me talk about fluency and coherence. You need to talk about fluently without any noticeable effort. If you are going to talk about I am Ram, and hey, this is a noticeable, but the content related hesitation is okay. If you are going to talk about any content related topic, and you are thinking about some topic, then it's okay. Also, develop topic currently. You need to talk about so much currently, for example, in case of food production, you need to talk about uh, cutting a vegetable and put it into a uh, take and bake, and then you need to cook, like this. You need to talk it about more coherently, one by another. You need to give introduction and explanation, then give example. Do not give example then explanation. It's not a coherent method. You need to use a range of connectives or discuss matter. Connective means you need to embed, however, but, while, beside, furthermore, in addition, whereas, unlike, if, at, unless, although, despite, along with, as also, as well as, so, because. On the other hand, apart from that, these are the connectives you must add in your speaking section, so that you will get a better band score in the context of fluency and coherence. In the next category is the lexical resource. Lexical resource means vocabulary. If you use a wide range of vocabularies and a wide range of paraphrase, if also wide range of idiomatic languages, then it's obviously increase your band score. Idiomatic languages are like down in the mouth, in the seventh heaven. This type of language means idiomatic language. They represent another meaning in different language. Also they check your grammatical range and accuracy. If you use a wide range of structure, if you use a complex structure, by adding while, whereas, but, however, then it will make your structure good, and you may get good Spanish score according to your grammatical range. If you are going to talk in using different sentence structures, like simple to complex structure, if there are some error, it's okay. They can tolerate about it. In the next section, they check your pronunciation. If you How is your pronunciation level? If you talk like a native, or if you talk like a child, kid, it's also a definitely sense that if you use a range of features like connected speech, emphasis, stress, chunking, annotations, for example, um, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. It's a really means of emphasis on really. Uh, if you are going to talk like that, I'm really happy. This is not a good pronunciation. Speak clearly with all correct sound of English. Speak clearly so that the examiner can understand your language or understand your words that you present there. So in the part first, you need to talk about more than 10 seconds. That they talk about general introductory questions. Uh, introductory uh, Introductory questions uh, like where is your hometown, what do you like about your hometown, or where is your home, do you like your home, what do you study, why do you choose that subject, what is your favorite food, do you have a hobby, do you have a pet. These questions are direct questions, you need to give direct answer. By adding information, there are different techniques that used in the part 1. I will discuss later in the another video. This section is also another one of sections, so that examiner and you will get introduce each other, so that you can talk freely without any hesitation, without any stress. In this section, you may get the general question related, like they may be related to internet or music, daily routine, family and friends, leisure time, clothes, pets, hobbies, food, study, home, hometown. There are different types of questions, but it's all depends on the examiner. Yeah. In the part 2, you need to talk about 1 to 2 minutes, but I recommend you to talk more than 130 minutes or 130 minutes or more. You must talk you must talk more than 90 seconds. If you talk more than 2 minutes, it's okay, it's definitely okay. If the examiner stops you, that's allowed, that's a good sense. In the part 2, there are different types of questions, like they may be related to person or pet or location or place, activities, things, events. In case of person, they may be asked about your best friend or your family member. In case of location, they may be your favorite location, or you in which you live, in which you're interested to go, activities like what type of new activities you interested, or and things, and what type of clothes, or what type of electronic devices do you like, or events, or birthday party, or big public event. There are variety of questions. I will discuss all type of topics and general techniques related to this type of questions in the later of the video. In the part 3, they generally known as a discussion part, in which you need to talk more than 30 seconds. The examiner asks you a question relating to part 2. In the part 3, there are 2 different topics. In first topic, it's all related to part of 2. Then another topic is totally different or may similar. But in case of part 3, there must be 2 topics. You must take into mind, in case of Health, there may be question related to how often do people in your country go to the doctor, or they may ask, are doctors always trustworthy? How will hospital change in the future? There are different varieties of questions. I will later discuss in the uh, topic. Let me show you a sample. Let me show you a sample question. Here it is. Yeah. Uh, this is an entire question. There are two entire questions. It is a part first question. In part first, examiner ask about your friends. Do you prefer to have one particular friend or a group of friends? Why? They may ask, you need to talk about in more than 10 seconds or 15 seconds, with giving certain reasoning as well as explain your answer. In case of part two, exactly is the same case. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say, and you can make some notes to help you if you wish. In case of part two, you have given 1 minute to prepare and think about a topic. What would you going to be talk later, and what is your plan about the topic? So in 1 minute you must think and then talk without an interruption 1 to 2 minutes. In the part two, the questions, describe an important choice you had to make in your life. You should say when you had to make this choice, what you had to choose between, whether you made a good choice, and explain how you felt when you were making this choice. As I tell you previous, one topic is directly related to part 2 and another may be different or maybe same. So in case of part 2, it's all about the choices. So in the part 3, in the discussion topic, there is important choices, like a question, what are the typical choices people make at different stages of their lives. So it's all related about choice. In another topic there may or may not be a different similar, or like what kind of choices do people have to make in everyday life. So in another question, in part 2, it's all about related to describe a writer you would like to meet. It's about a writer or reading books. So in discussion topic, they ask about what kind of book are most popular with children in your country. Why do you think that is? So it's all about the writer means it's a reading. It's about a book. It's about um, different types of learning materials. So it's also based on part 3. Yeah, the part 2 questions are really different, and part 3 questions are much more similar to part 2. But in case of part 1 are totally out of context. They may ask anything about you, like in case of how often do you go out with your friend, and tell me about your best friend. So there is a different, and also it about neighbors, important family, friends. So this is a sample question. Have a look about it. So that's all about it. I will discuss in depth in later of the video. So it's just our introduction of Ielts speaking module.